Hey Gilmore Hawks, Miss Amy here, and today I'm going to show you how to get a seed to sprout right in your own house. Next to me you'll see a small avocado tree. This tree started from a little seed that I took out of an avocado in my own home. If you look real closely, you'll notice here's the seed I started with. My seed has now sprouted a root, and the root takes in water and nutrients, and it also holds my tree in place. And then it grows to the stem. The stem carries water and nutrients and sugars through the plant, and the stem also holds the leaves in place. The leaves get the sunlight and make the sugar, and the sugar is important because that's what the plant uses for food. At the top, you'll notice that my avocado tree, it is a baby, it's only about 4 or 6 months old, does not have any flowers yet. It's still growing. But when it does flower, the flowers will eventually make fruits like an avocado. Today, I'm going to show you how to sprout your own seed in home using any fruit you'd like. I'm going to use an avocado, but this step actually works for all different fruit seeds, like apple seeds or orange seeds or even peach pits. But I'm going to use an avocado. So here's step one. First thing you're going to do, you might need help from a parent, is you're going to get a knife. Again, let's get help from a parent. And we're going to cut the avocado down and around. So I'm just going to cut my avocado all the way around. So I cut my avocado all the way around. And if you take both sides, usually you can just turn it and it'll pop right open. Now I'm going to take the seed out. I don't want to damage the seed. So whether you are doing an avocado or apple seeds or orange seeds, you don't want to damage the seeds. So you're going to actually take a spoon, try to scoop them out. Like so. I don't want to waste any of the food, so I'm going to make sure that since I opened this avocado, I am going to eat it tonight. I'll probably cut it up into a salad. Make sure the avocado is ripe. Okay, next what we're going to do is we're going to wash off our avocado seed. You can wipe it with a paper towel or napkin, rinse it off in the sink. I have a clean one right here. So after you rinse it off, you're actually going to want to, if you want it to sprout quickly, you're going to start to peel off some of the skin, and you just do that with your fingernail. So any spot, you could start at the bottom is flat, or you can start at the top, it's more pointy, and you're just going to peel some of the skin off with your finger nail. All right, so peel some of it off. You might notice as you peel it that we already have a small slit or crack forming. This is good. This is where eventually your seed is going to sprout. So after you clean off your avocado, you can peel off a little bit of the skin. Again, you don't have to peel off the skin. If you do, it should take about a week to sprout a little root. But if you don't peel off the skin, it might take about a week and a half or 2 weeks. So if you're patient, you don't need to peel it off. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to get a dry piece of paper towel and we're going to wet it in the sink. You don't need a very big piece. So here is my wet piece paper towel. It's just damp, so I rinsed it in the sink and then I kind of squeezed it out. I don't want too much excess water. Notice it's not dripping. I folded the paper towel in half. It's folded in half, it's stuck together because now it's wet. I'm actually just going to take my seed and I'm going to roll it up in the paper towel. And I'm not going to fold the sides, I'm just going to pinch them. So I'm going to pinch them closed. Then I'm going to take a plastic baggie and I'm going to put the seed and the paper towel inside. Again, if you did this with orange seeds or apple seeds today, I wouldn't do just one seed, I'd put a whole bunch of seeds in the paper towel with it wet, roll it all up, pinch the sides. I'm not even going to seal this, I'm just going to fold it. going to take it and I'm going to place it next to a windowsill where it gets some sun. That will help it germinate or sprout. And I'll do that for about a week. It's okay to come back to your seed each day and to check on it, make sure the paper towel is still damp and wet. If it gets dry, it's totally okay to get a little bit of water, sprinkle it in there, and get that paper towel wet again, because that's what's going to help it grow. If you notice it's getting too dry, you can move it out of the sun. But again, the sun helps the seed grow. So I actually have a seed that I've been doing this for about a week and a half. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. Again, it's okay to check it every day. It's probably a good thing to monitor it. And actually, you could even record it in a science journal. So this is about a week of my avocado germinating or starting to sprout. You notice there's a much bigger slit in the avocado seed. And if you look real closely, you'll see a tiny little root is actually starting to grow. It's connected right into the seed. It uses the seed for nutrients, how it grows. You'll notice each day as I came back to it, the skin on it actually was getting softer and softer. So when I would check on it each day, I would actually just take a minute and I would peel off some more of the skin. So after my seed is sat for a week in the paper bag with the wet paper towel, and I finally noticed that it did crack, and it only cracked or split about 2/3 of the way around. And I see that tiny little sprout. Now I'm going to go to the next step. And the next step is to get 3 toothpicks and a glass of water. The water is going to be filled up about 2/3 of the way. You're going to take the toothpicks and you're going to poke them into the sides of the seed, but at an angle. Make sure that you don't put the toothpick in where it is split. So make sure that we hold the avocado with the bottom side down. So here's the bottom. Again, it splits where the bottom is, and you'll notice that the bottom is a little bit flat and the top is more round. So I'm going to hold it right side. This is the top. This is my bottom. You also notice it was kind of like a little bump there too. So here's the top. I'm going to hold it by the top, and I'm just going to take my toothpick. Again, you might need help from an adult. And you're going to push the toothpick in at an angle. Because I don't want my whole seed to be in the water. I just want the bottom half. So I'm pushing my toothpicks into the seed. It'll be pretty soft at this point. It's not too hard. And again, I'm not making holes where the slit is or the crack in my avocado seed. So again, the placement doesn't need to be perfect. It's just about the toothpicks being at an angle and them not being at the slit. So now I'm going to take my seed and I'm just going to place it right in my cup. Notice the whole thing isn't submerged or isn't under the water. Just about half of it, and the half that is under the water is the half that has the root growing. So the top half is up. You can place this in a windowsill so it gets some sun. You can come check on it each day. Make sure the water stays about this level, so you might have to add new water each day. But what you're going to start to notice is that a root is going to start to grow out of the bottom, and it's going to grow and grow until it's big enough that we can plant it. So why don't you try to see if you can get some seeds to sprout in your own house?